Biography of Marilyn Monroe. Chapter 1. Early Life. Marilyn Monroe was born on June 1, 1926 in Los Angeles, California. Her real name was Norma Jean Mortensen, but she later changed it to Marilyn Monroe. She was raised in a difficult situation. Her mother, Gladys, struggled with mental health problems and couldn't care for her. Because of this, Marilyn spent most of her childhood in foster homes and orphanages. Marilyn's early years were filled with sadness and uncertainty. She rarely saw her mother and had a hard time forming stable relationships. Despite this, she had a strong love for music and movies. She dreamed of becoming an actress one day, inspired by the glamorous stars she saw in Hollywood films. As a teenager, Marilyn faced many challenges. She was a shy, insecure girl who struggled with school and her appearance. She didn't have much support at home, but she found comfort in movies and entertainment. Eventually, she decided to pursue her dream of acting, even though she didn't have much experience or connections in the film industry. Chapter 2. The beginning of her career. In her early 20s, Marilyn Monroe began working as a model to make ends meet. She took photos for advertisements and magazines, which helped her gain attention. Through modeling, she caught the eye of a film studio, and she was soon offered a contract with 20th Century Fox. Marilyn started her acting career with small roles in movies, but she struggled to be taken seriously. She was often typecast as a dumb blonde or a simple beauty. However, she worked hard to improve her acting skills and made a lasting impression on audiences. Over time, her popularity grew, and she became one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Her breakthrough came in 1953 when she starred in the film Niagara. The movie showcased her beauty and acting talent, and it made her an international sensation. Marilyn Monroe became known for her captivating smile, her beauty, and her unforgettable presence on screen. Chapter 3. Rise to Fame. In the 1950s, Marilyn Monroe's fame skyrocketed. She appeared in several successful films, including Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, and The 7-Year Itch, 1955. These films made her one of the most famous actresses in Hollywood. Marilyn's iconic image as a glamorous, funny, and lovable woman made her a favorite of millions of fans. As she became more famous, Marilyn's personal life also attracted attention. She was known for her relationships with famous men, including baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller. However, her marriages and relationships often faced struggles, and this affected her emotional well-being. Despite her fame, Marilyn Monroe's life was not as perfect as it seemed. She had to deal with personal issues, including feelings of loneliness, depression, and insecurity. She struggled to find stability in both her career and personal life, but she continued to shine in her professional life and was loved by fans around the world. Chapter 4. Marilyn's Struggles. Behind Marilyn's glamorous image was a woman who often felt sad and unsure of herself. She struggled with depression and had difficulty trusting people. Despite being one of the most famous women in the world, she often felt alone and misunderstood. She was known for having trouble with her self-confidence, especially when it came to her acting. Marilyn also faced challenges in her career. As she became more famous, the pressure to maintain her image and perform perfectly became overwhelming. She began to feel trapped by the roles she was expected to play and the expectations of the public. She wanted to be taken seriously as an actress, but many people still saw her as just a pretty face. In addition to her personal and professional struggles, Marilyn also dealt with problems in her relationships. She married Joe DiMaggio in 1954, but the marriage only lasted for a year. She later married Arthur Miller, but that marriage also ended in divorce. Despite these challenges, Marilyn's career continued to thrive, and she remained a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. Chapter 5. Iconic Films and Roles. Some of Marilyn Monroe's most iconic films came out during the 1950s and early 1960s. Films like Some Like It Hot, 1959, and Bus Stop, 1956, showcased her acting talent and ability to play both comedic and dramatic roles. She became known for her comedic timing and her ability to bring charm and warmth to every role she played. Marilyn's role in Some Like It Hot, where she played a singer on the run from gangsters, became one of her most famous performances. The film is considered a classic, and Marilyn's performance in it was praised by critics and audiences alike. She proved that she was more than just a glamorous beauty. She was a talented actress who could handle any role given to her. In The Misfits, 1961, Marilyn played a troubled woman who struggles with the difficulties of life. This film was a significant moment in her career, as it showed a more serious side of her acting. Despite her growing success, Marilyn was dealing with personal problems, and the film's production was difficult for her. Nonetheless, her performances in these films cemented her status as one of Hollywood's greatest stars. Chapter 6. Personal Life and Relationships. Marilyn Monroe's personal life was often filled with drama and heartache. She was married 3 times, first to Joe DiMaggio, then to playwright Arthur Miller, and finally to the actor and business executive, James Dougherty. Her marriages often made headlines, but none of them lasted for long. Her relationship with Joe DiMaggio, a famous baseball player, was especially well known. The couple married in 1954, but their marriage was short-lived, ending in divorce just 1 year later. Despite their divorce, DiMaggio remained protective of Marilyn for the rest of her life, and they remained close friends. Marilyn's marriage to Arthur Miller, who was a famous playwright, also faced struggles. While they were together, she became deeply interested in literature and art. But the marriage ended in divorce in 1961. Marilyn's relationships were marked by emotional struggles, and she often found it difficult to find happiness in her personal life, even though she was adored by her fans. Chapter 7. Marilyn's Mental Health. Marilyn Monroe struggled with mental health issues throughout her life. She faced depression, anxiety, and a deep sense of loneliness. Despite her success and fame, she often felt empty and isolated. She struggled to trust others and had difficulty forming lasting relationships. Marilyn spent time in psychiatric hospitals in an effort to treat her depression. She was often seen as fragile and emotionally unstable, and many people in the industry didn't fully understand her struggles. She faced pressure from her career and the public to maintain a perfect image, but inside, she was often fighting battles with her mental health. Her struggles with mental health were often hidden from the public, but they were a significant part of her life. Despite everything, Marilyn continued to work, and she remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. Her vulnerability and openness about her struggles have made her an icon for many people who have faced their own mental health challenges. Chapter 8. Marilyn's Legacy. Marilyn Monroe's legacy is still felt today. She is remembered as a symbol of beauty, glamour, and Hollywood's golden age. Her unforgettable smile, platinum blonde hair, and iconic style have made her a lasting figure in popular culture. She is often considered one of the greatest actresses in film history. Her influence goes beyond just acting. Marilyn became an icon for women and was a symbol of strength, beauty, and independence. She was a trailblazer in challenging societal expectations for women and was unafraid to embrace her own sexuality and femininity. Marilyn's boldness and confidence have inspired countless women around the world. Marilyn Monroe's legacy also extends to her impact on fashion, beauty, and pop culture. Her iconic red lipstick, glamorous gowns, and timeless beauty continue to inspire fashion trends today. Even though she passed away at a young age, Marilyn remains an enduring symbol of the Hollywood dream and continues to be celebrated by millions of fans. Chapter 9. Tragic End. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe's life came to a tragic end. She was found dead in her home at the age of 36. Her death was ruled as a probable overdose, though there have been many rumors and speculations about the circumstances of her death. Some people believed that she was murdered, while others felt that it was an accident. Her death shocked the world, as she was still in the prime of her career. Marilyn's passing left a hole in Hollywood, and many fans mourned the loss of the woman who had brought so much joy to their lives. Her death was surrounded by mystery, and many questions remain unanswered to this day. Despite her tragic end, Marilyn Monroe's legacy lives on. She is remembered as one of the greatest stars in Hollywood history. Her films, her style, and her unforgettable personality have made her an enduring icon of the 20th century. Chapter 10. Marilyn's Influence on Modern Culture. Marilyn Monroe's influence continues to shape popular culture even today. She is often referenced in music, art, fashion, and film. Musicians like Madonna and Beyoncé have cited Marilyn as an inspiration, and her image has been used in countless advertisements and fashion campaigns. Her impact on film and entertainment can still be seen in modern actresses who are inspired by her ability to mix beauty with talent. Marilyn's life, both its joys and its sorrows, has become a subject of fascination and study for filmmakers, biographers, and fans around the world. She has been the subject of books, documentaries, and films that explore her life and legacy. Marilyn Monroe's story is one of beauty, fame, and tragedy. Despite the challenges she faced in her personal life, she became a symbol of the Hollywood dream. She remains an enduring icon, loved and remembered by people all over the world for her contributions to film, fashion, and popular culture.